How does Small World work? This is a question I get a ton. Let me set the stage for you. So it all started on a fine MDC stream. Here you have me, Streamer Man. Let me just get out of here. So here's my hand. Streamer Man is all excited like, whoa, this is perfect. We have Small World, we have this Trudeau, and we have 3 cards that we couldn't care less about. This is the average MDC viewer right here. Wait, you're gonna activate Small World? How does that work? To which I answer, you should read the card. Now the average MDC viewer walks over to the card and reads it, and it reads as follows. Reveal 1 monster in your hand. Choose 1 monster from your deck that has exactly 1 of the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense, and banish the revealed monster from your hand face down. Then add from your deck to your hand 1 monster that has exactly 1 of the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense as the monster chosen from your deck, and banish the card chosen from the deck face down. You can only activate 1 of these cards per turn. Now this guy here, the average MDC viewer, he doesn't really know what's going on. And I can't really blame him, because I had to read this card a couple of times too. I had to look over this card quite a few times, take a gander at it, then average MDC viewer would make a funny joke like Yu-Gi-Oh players, right? They don't read. So this video here is for you, average MDC viewer. I'm going to show you how you can turn your Destrudo into a black metal dragon using Small World. So first off, we want to simplify the text of Small World. This brick right here is hard to understand, okay? This ain't right. This ain't okay. So how do we simplify this? Well, it's pretty simple. Small World is a 3-step card. So you have Step A, the card you reveal in hand. Step B, what I like to call the bridge, and a lot of people call this the bridge. And then Step C, the card you end up adding to your hand. So what connects all these cards is that they all only have one thing in common with the last card you revealed. In this scenario, we're going to be showing this Trudeau as the first card we reveal in hand. So this Trudeau is a dragon, dark, 1000 attack, 3000 defense with 7 stars. So this card has to have only one of those in common with the second card you reveal in your deck. The card we'll refer to as the bridge. And we'll talk about why we call it the bridge in a second. But the bridge here is Dragunity Remus in this case. And it's a level 2, so different level. It's wind, so different attribute. 800 attack, 800 defense, so different attack and defense values. But what does it have in common? It's also a dragon. So see, they're both dragons, but everything else about them is different. And this is how we'll get to our black metal dragon, because this card, just like these two, only has one thing in common with the last card I showed. So this Trudeau to Dragunity Remus, they need to only have one thing in common. Then you go from the bridge, Dragunity Remus, to your black metal dragon. They also need to have only one thing in common. It doesn't matter that the first card here, this Trudeau, is dark and that this last card here is also dark. These can have as many things in common as they want, as long as your bridge only has one thing in common with the first card you showed and only one thing in common with the last card you showed. In this case, both of these cards have different attack and defense. They have different amount of stars. They have different attributes, but they're both dragons. Exactly like this Trudeau and Dragunity Remus are both dragons with everything else being different. So that's the simplest way I can really explain Small World. So average MDC viewer, hopefully you, a smart individual, can understand that. Now, we can definitely expand on the topic of bridges. Dragunity Remus here is probably the most important card in this Small World line. And it wasn't easy to find, I wasn't sure what card to put in the deck that would be a good way to go from this Trudeau to Black Metal Dragon. And more importantly, it doesn't only go from this Trudeau to Black Metal. It actually goes from this Trudeau as well as many other cards to Metal Dragon. That way, I can turn my Small World into a card that will go from pretty much any of my bricks into my main starter. And that's what makes Small World so good, because it is a card that can search pretty much, actually it can search every monster in the game. So basically, when it comes to bridges, these are the monsters that make it all possible. How did I find such a good bridge? Well, it's by going on one nice little website, smallworld.yugioh app bridge finder. Now I will put the link to this website in the description, and I'm also right now going to show you how you can use this website to find the perfect bridge for your deck. And I'm going to show you how I found my bridge for my deck right here. There's different ways to use this website here. There's the challenge mode, which is pretty fun. But what you really want to focus on here is the bridge finder. This is how you find that middle card in your small world effect that is going to make your deck much more consistent. So in this case, for this deck, we wanted to get to Black Metal Dragon. This is the starter for my one card combo that makes infinite negates and red eyes. Thank you, Raptor, for finding that for me. And basically the cards you want to reveal in hand: Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, Darkness Metal Dragon. So this is one card that we wanted bridges. So we want to be able to go from Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to Black Metal Dragon. But we also wanted to be able to go from Griffin, because we were playing Griffin as a free level 7. Wanted a card that would let us go from Griffin to Black Metal Dragon. And we also wanted a card that would let us go from Red Eyes, like just regular Red Eyes, to Dark Metal Dragon. So Red Eyes Black Dragon here, if I can just find the normal one. There it is. So I wanted a card that would let us go from Red Eyes to Black Metal Dragon. We also wanted a card that would let us go from Destrudo to Black Metal Dragon. So a lot of cards that we want to be able to move from into Black Metal. So here we had actually a pretty comprehensive list of cards that we could use to go into Black Metal Dragon. But here's a really important aspect of using these bridges. You want to add a bridge that is also useful in your deck. At first, I was considering maybe putting Red Eyes Wyvern, because it is a Red Eyes card, and while it's not the most useful, it's not completely useless in the deck either. You know, you wouldn't want to add a card like, say, a random Raid Raptor just because it's a bridge. The fact that it's a bridge won't make it good. If it's a decent card on its own and it's also a bridge, that's when you want to use it. So the bridge we ended up choosing, if I can find it here, there it is. Dragunity Remus. So this card is very good in the deck because the deck already wants to search out the Dragon Ravine. So Dragunity Remus, what it does is you can discard it to search out a Dragon's Ravine straight from your deck. So we just happened to find a really good card that works with the deck, synergizes with the strategy, and is also a perfect bridge for Small World. So this card alone really helped Small World shine in the deck. And there's many other instances and other cards that will do things like this. For instance, a lot of decks will play Droll and Lockbird just to go into Nemesis Corridor. Droll and Lockbird is already a good hand trap that you'll want to run regardless, and it can get you into Nemesis Corridor, which lets you get a free Colossus, so it serves two purposes in the deck. That's really what you want to achieve with these bridges. If you have to add a card just to have a bridge, you definitely want to get a card that helps out your strategy. So yeah, Dragunity Remus, just amazing for this one, and hopefully you guys try out this website here to find your own Small World bridges, and it's going to help your Small World be a lot better for your deck. Highly recommend using this. Again, link will be in the description. But wait, I hear you say, this is all fine and dandy. Now I know how to go find my own bridges on smallworld.yugioh.app/bridgefinder and build my own great strategies using the amazing card Small World, which will help my not so consistent deck be a lot more consistent. But I need to see it in action to really get the big picture of what we're trying to do here. And I completely hear you, average MDC viewer. So in our opening hand, we have Small World here, Destrudo, and just a bunch of garnets. So we reveal the Destrudo in our hand, which allows us to reveal the Dragunity Remus, since it has only one thing in common with the Destrudo, and it allows us to search Black Metal Dragon, which only has one thing in common with Remus, that being a dragon. So now we can summon our Black Metal Dragon and go through the rigmarole, and I'm not going to show you the whole combo. Link in the description to the Red Eyes deck if you want to see that. But basically, by the end of it, we've got infinite negate set up on top of an IP Masquerena, and that's all thanks to Small World. So, do you understand how this card works now? Oh yes, thank you Master Duel Central. I should really subscribe to your channel for showing me how to use this card that I really didn't understand very well, but now I do. That's right. You really should subscribe to the channel.